Other than that, yes. For this week, I actually don't have plans, but just following the mood, following where the weather is taking me, and I don't care for it. Oh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the vlog. It is a full-on fall week. At least the weather is saying fall. We have mist, we have rain, we have gray skies. Hold on. Why am I so happy about this? Because it's cozy. This week I started to read Two Twisted Crowns finally. It's the second book to One Dark Window, and I think I reviewed the book on this channel. One Dark Window was such a great read because it is a very unique book, and I love it. I loved it. It is not your standard tropey romantic fantasy, and the magic system is really, really unique. It's also explained in the second book, Two Twisted Crowns. It's a duology, so after this it's done, which I also appreciate. Because, I've been reading Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy, I think her name is. And I thought the fifth book is the last book. And then by the end of like the last 50 pages of it, I was like, that's not the end. That cannot be the end. And it wasn't the end. So the sixth book of that series, by the way, just released yesterday, I believe. And I'm gonna be reading it, although I'm like over the story a little bit. But I put already so much work time into it that I don't wanna miss out. So, Two Twisted Crowns. I'm over halfway through. See, I'm at page 270 out of a little bit over 400. And I want to see where this is ending it. I want to see what the conclusion is now. So we followed in the first book Elspeth. I don't even know what to say without spoiling. So she has a specific magic, and that magic is outlawed, and she should have been, I think, unalived at least, or sent away or something, because she would have been labeled a infected or defected, and therefore should have been eliminated, I think. But she was kept secret and is now a key to solve the problem of the kingdom. The kingdom has a problem with I think what I would call wild magic that is detrimental to people's health if they go into the mist. It's a very dark, very folklore story, so it's really nice to read. And everything is cohesive, like the names, the places, the world building. It's all very cohesive. I really like it. Like, for example, there's not what I really don't like right now in romantic fantasy, and I've been lamenting about it for a while now. is that they're using fairly modern language in uh just in conversation, like they're saying I'm not sure I can use curse words on the channel, but they're saying the S word and the F word, and just it just feels inauthentic. While I understand why authors use that language, because we really understand it, we really emotionally understand that language as well. I don't agree using it because it doesn't fit with, sometimes medieval worlds and fae and magic. It just, I feel like it's misplaced. So, um, so in two twisted crowns, we have another love plot. So while in the first um, book it was Elspeth and Raven, this time it's and Ione, I think, and I don't care for it. Oh, I love the concept of the book, but I just don't care about the love subplot right now, because I don't care about the love story, because it doesn't really sync with me, and it kind of it feels to me, it feels kind of forced. Like the chemistry isn't there. I don't see why Aaron would fall all of a sudden. And it's all of a sudden. It's like one horse ride of like, oh wait a minute, maybe I like her, kind of thing. Like I don't I'm not sold on it, and that makes that book in some passages I just fly through it because I don't care. Sorry, I just don't care. However, every time we read about anything else but those two, I'm really invested. So this book is really interesting for me to read, because at one point I'm like, I'm really invested. But on the other one, I'm like, oh, dude, can we not? So I would be interested in discussing this book actually with other people who read it, because I cannot be the only one thinking that love subplot is just misplaced. Other than that, I love the writing. I really love the concept, and um, I'm really enjoying it, especially with that rainy weather. I really do. It's so fitting. Like, I think, reading books that fit into the seasons is more about your mood, and I'm a huge mood reader, so um I'm gonna be reading. I hope I can finish it today. It's really not a lot anymore. And then I'll tell you if the ending is deserved or not, because it's culminating right now. I mean, there's a lot left, but it's also culminating, so you can see the end coming, which I like. I really, finally, I haven't read a lot of like books in the fantasy genre that had an ending to them. Everything is just open and going and devastating, and so I really enjoy that this isn't. For this week, I actually don't have plans, but just following the mood, following where the weather is taking me. There's a I'm still waiting for Burn, by the way, Burn of the Everflame, the last book of the Kindred Spirit saga, and I might dip my toes into Goldfinch, which is the sixth book of the Plated Prisoner series. I'm also getting super inspired by a booktube by YouTubers that talk about their fall TBR, and I might think about a TBR because I just discovered that some of the books they were talking about I have. I just forgot that I have them. So I think just TBR in the sense of reminding myself of the books I actually have. This weekend we will be going to a baptism in France. We're going to Paris, and we're making a weekend out of it. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been trying to get my French husband to take me to Paris for like the 6 years we've been together. 7 years we've been together, and he wouldn't. He just says I don't like Paris, and therefore he doesn't feel like he needs to go. So I did a little itinerary where I have him rediscover Paris as a visitor instead of like living there. And I'm gonna bring you people along because I will be reading a book that is based in Paris while being in Paris. I did the same with New York. I read the Little Brooklyn Bakery. It was just so cool to be in the place that you're reading about. There was just something almost immersive about that. And I have to look more into how people do immersive reading, but I think that's an immersive read that I really enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna close off this intro. I'm very happy you're here. I'm very looking forward to the next months of reading because, like, look at this. Look at this. It's gonna be cozy, and I love it. Talk to you later with the update. Hopefully, finishing this book. Hello everyone, I'm here to check in. I read it. I finished it. Such a nice tale. A nice tale with a nice wrapped bow ending. It's really nice. Um, it reads like a fairy tale. It ends like a fairy tale. There's darkness there. Not everything is like super great. A lot of characters with grayish morals. No one is truly good, no one is truly bad, and it's very much in that book. Very much in that book. I can highly recommend reading the duology, especially in this time with the rain, with the mist, with the snap in the air, with a blanket, a warm tea, a candle. You get the idea, right? Two twisted crowns. I still have the thing with that love subplot that I'm not enjoying as much. I know now that I read it why it needed to happen. However, I still think, like reflecting on the plot, that if all of that, like that love subplot and everything that happened with it wasn't in there, the plot could have gone on nonetheless. You know? It could have just it would have been the same book basically. It plot wise. Yeah. So yeah, I really don't think it was the love subplot was needed. Did it give it some more meat to the bone? Yes. But and if you gel with it, that's fine. Like if you gel with the love subplot, that's fine. But if you do not, then you feel probably like me. Other than that, yes. It's a yes. It's a complete yes. I give the whole series a 4.75. It's not a 5-star. Just because I just love, like, it didn't do it for me, that love subplot, but the whole series was really endearing, really whimsical, and it was a nice prose. It was so nice to read. It's so nice to read. Like, it just flows through by reading. Sometimes when you read and you stumble over the sentences. I thought it's me because I'm not a native, but I believe it's also the writing style. And with that, it just flows. I mean, I read the last, what did I say? 100 pages, 90 pages, 130 pages, whatever it was, in like a little bit over an hour, if that. Like, this is how fast you go. It just flows. It's so beautiful. And then it just flows. Two twisted crowns. Yes, it's a yes. And let's put it back to the other one. To One Dark Window. Now I'll show you. This is some of those books I already read, right? Oh, you don't see it. Some of the books I already read, like those three. They shouldn't be there, to be honest. And I'm gonna move them, but these are books that I would potentially would want to read, like The Red Queen, Dance of Thieves, Poison Study. So this is my shelf for this week, where I'm going to be taking my books from. Right? Yeah. I have some of my special edition, like, here, is it that one? No, it's that one, I believe. Evocations would be something that I would want to read too. Then here, A Whispering Dark would be something I would want to read. This is the new Moonlight box special edition. The Unmarked Witch, I think, is something I might want to read. So there are a few books here that I haven't read yet, that I would consider actually for this time around. But I think the next one. So I have a thing. I read Powerless, Powerful, and Reckless. I didn't read Powerful, but I read Powerless and Reckless, and everyone is saying to me that especially Reckless sounds like the Red Queen, like a fanfic for the Red Queen. So since I kind of enjoyed Powerless, Like, a lot of people have a lot of problems with that, and I understand. But I kind of enjoyed reading it. It was a nice, quick read. So, The Red Green might be a good next book. However, A Study in Drowning and Poison Study might be also a good next pick. So, let's give me like 10 minutes to like get over the end, because I just stopped Twisted Crown, to get over the Twisted Crown, and then we'll be choosing the next book according to my mood, which can change, in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes, in 10 minutes. So we'll see. And that was my update. Two Twisted Crowns is a yes. Okay, I decided I'm gonna be reading Poison Study. Can you read? Oopsie, there you go. By Maria V. Snyder. And if you remember, I chose that book because Poison Study, the main character is called Yelena, which is my name. It's just differently written, but same way pronounced. So it should be a fairly quick read, just a little bit over 400 pages. I have no clue what this is about. Again, no clue. So, wish me luck. Have a good one.
If I could search the world, would I be happier than now? What if I get hurt? What if we don't work it out? It's not the way you look into my eyes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the vlog, or to an update. I've been reading Poison Study, and I'm roughly 50 pages in. So I haven't been reading a lot because we were fairly busy, because we are leaving for Paris tomorrow. So therefore I'm going to close out the vlog here. So Poison Study is, so far what I know is that there was a military coup in a monarchy, and now that land is divided by military factions, and we are starting with Yelena, in my name, Yelena, who is a prisoner because she murdered the son of a general, and she was supposed to be executed, but in their laws they get the option to be the poison tester or the food tester for the commander. So she, I'm not spoiling you saying that she is taking up that offer and becomes the poison tester of the commander. This is where I am. The commander who lost his son is not happy about it. I can tell you that as well. Yeah. So we'll see. It's interesting. Very moody. Very this weather. This weather is insanely moody. Like, there's so much mist and rain and darkness already. Like, it's, what time is it? It's just after work. It's just like 5:30 or something p.m. But yeah, Poison Study. I will not bring Poison Study with me to Paris because I will be taking the little French patisserie with me, and I'm gonna be reading and talking about that while in Paris. As I said, it's a family thing, so it's gonna be short, it's not gonna be long. But yeah, looking forward to it. I'm, as I said, closing the vlog off here. It was a very moody reading week this week, getting ready for autumn. I very much appreciate you watching this. If you came to this place, please leave a, if I don't know if that exists, but a rain cloud emoji in the comments. Any kind of interaction, comment, like, shares, whatever, uh, would really help this channel, would show other people like you this video. Other than that, I wish you a very, very good weekend very soon, and I see you next week. Bye bye.